The global carriers, especially if you take the tier 1s and tier 2s, the tier 1s are now more interested about the NFV and SDN promise for CapEx and OpEx savings today. So there's more interest from that set of carriers. So before NFV or SDN came in, the vendors were selling a hardware and software integrated solution. When you separate the hardware and software, then interoperability becomes even more important, because now you have hardware from different vendors and software from different vendors, and then the functions of the network have to work seamlessly. So any vendor who comes with a solution which is NFV or SDN based, interoperability becomes very critical. So at this point, we are seeing this importance of openness from only a few tier 1 operators, but I think in the next 4 or 5 years, we'll see an increased interest from most of the carriers that solutions have to be open, and sometimes from open source as well, because tier 1 carriers, let's say in USA, are open to have solutions based on open source software. So that's a good sign from the telecom operators. So in terms of the ecosystem, the very word ecosystem would mean that different players are able to now work together on a common platform. So the operators will definitely benefit from NFV, SDN, where they separate the functions, not just the functions from the hardware, but now you have a flexibility to introduce new services with a reduced time to market, with the agility. So ecosystem becomes a very important element in terms of business model for operators. So from an ecosystem perspective, I think the Softcom approach is what you're talking about. That's a very good first step from Huawei in terms of seeding the market and putting that thought in the mind of a telco operator, that they have to now think about ecosystem, not just a utility service provider. So that's a very good first step from Huawei in terms of creating a vision or a framework of ecosystem for the operator.